Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Dinda Junustari. So today I would like to present my research proposal with the title The Use of Student Worksheets to Improve the Effectiveness of English Learning, a case study at SMP Negeri 17 Kota Jambi. So we can get started to talk about the chapter 1. It's about the introductions, and there are some part in this chapter 1. It's about the background of the research questions, objective of the research, limitation of the research, and finally significance of the research. So I will tell you first about what the content of my backgrounds. First, I will tell you in my backgrounds about the COVID-19 pandemic. The COVID-19 pandemic worldwide has changed almost the aspect of life, including education, and Indonesia is no exception to this change. According to the United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization 2020, as many as 67.7% of the total students enrolled out of 144 closures nationwide, and the countries must change their learning system because of this problem, COVID-19. And I continue to talk about the changes of the learning system. It means that many schools have to implement the distance education or the online learning, e-learning, distance education, correspondence education, external studies, flexible learning, and massive open online courses. So to anticipate the changes of this learning system, it means that we can use the student worksheets to monitor the students while during the online class. Based on the research observations during 4 meetings during the online teaching and the learning process with the 38 students, the researchers interviewed several students to find out their opinions about the learning methods that the teacher had given at the school. Most of the students answered that the teacher only provide the material as the reading materials without giving the explaining. So in other words, the students not really understands with the materials being taught. Finally, based on the backgrounds and the problems that have been mentioned above, the researcher is proposing to conduct the research entitled The Use of Student Worksheets to Improve the Effectiveness of English Learning, a case study at SMP Negeri 17 Kota Jambi. Next, about the research questions. I served 2 research questions in my research. The first one, how do students of SMP Negeri 17 Kota Jambi use worksheets in English learning during the pandemic periods? And the second one is the use of student worksheets effective in helping students improve their ability to learn English during the pandemic periods. And for the objective of my research, the first one, the research investigates how the age grade of the student at SMP Negeri 17 Kota Jambi uses the students' worksheets as in English learning, and also the study explores the worksheets' effectiveness to help students to improve their ability to learn English during the pandemic periods. Next, about the limitation of the research. In line with identifying the problems, the focus of this research is the use of student worksheets to improve the effectiveness of English learning. Finally, significance of the research. The first one, the findings of this study contribute to English learning. The second one, the significance of this finding is expected to potentially give the English teacher. And the third one, finally, these findings are also expected to contribute to schools to apply the student worksheets. We continue to talk about the chapter 2 about the review of related literature. First, I will talk about the definition of the student worksheets. Next, about the functions of the objective of the worksheets, and finally, next, requirement for the preparing a worksheets. It means that didactic terms, technical requirements, constructions requirements. And last one, I will tell about the learning effectiveness theory, which are talking about the learning effectiveness and the learning models. So next, we continue to talk about the chapter 3 about the methodology. So I will design my research with the descriptive method with the quantitative approach. And for the populations in my research, it will be amount 333. And for the samples, after I did the formula, I get the result, the data, result the samples, 76 students. And for the technique of the data collections, I will use the questionnaire and the document analysis. And for the questionnaires, Max inform a Google form, then it will be distributed through the WhatsApp group of a grid of the students at SMP Negeri 17 Kota Jambi. And for the document analysis, I will use the acquisition of the daily scores of English subject for the grade age. Next, about the instruments of the research, I will use the Likert scales. Like on the table that you see, there are statement scores for each response, like the total agree for the statement scores for 5 until totally disagree, that's the statement scores for 1. Yeah, this is the grid of my questionnaire. So I'll make it 3 aspects of the questionnaire, like the aspects of the material, aspect of the learning, and aspect of the effectiveness. So I make it in detail into indicator of each aspects. Like the presentation of the material in the students' worksheet is easy to understand. It's the number 6. The second one, students' worksheet at insight to students and the practice critical thinkings, is the number 9, 10, and 20. The third, students' worksheet to help and make it easier to learn English completeness in the content, it's the number 7, 16, 19, and 12, 11. And for the aspects of the learnings indicator, 1, students' effectiveness, activeness in using the student worksheets is the number 1, 3, 4. And for the understanding in the use of student worksheet is the number 14 and 15. And for the indicator of the aspects of the effectiveness is first one, the learning process using the student worksheet is the number 5, 8, and 12. And for the learning outcomes using the student worksheets is the number 2, 13, 17, and 18. And for the questionnaire validity test and the reliability test, we can talk first about the validity test first. The validity test is used to measure whether the questionnaire is valid or not. The type of validity in this study is the validity of construction, so that the validity test of the questionnaire in this study uses the product moment correlations formula with the help SPSS program versions 16.0 program. Yeah, next about the questionnaire reliability test. The reliability test in this study uses the Cronbach-Alpha formula with the help of the SPSS versions 16.0 program. The steps for the reliability test are select, analyze, scale, reliability analysis. The reliability analyze dialog box, valid items are entered in the box and item box. Finally, to the techniques of the data analysis. So I will first do the descriptive statistical analysis. With the help of the SPSS program, I will do the manual for categorize the result, the data for each category based on the each percentage. Yeah, descriptive analysis is the method used to describe each variable. And finally, I will do the correlation coefficients. It means that to find the strength of the relationship between the variable that have been measured on the interval scales and duration scales. And yeah, I will using this table. The descriptive statistical analysis, after I get the result data, I will categorize based on the relationship level, based on the coefficients interval. And finally, I will do the hypothesis testing. First, I will do the t-test or the partial test. It aims to determine the significance effect of each independent variable partially on the independent variables using the SPSS program version 16.0. And finally, I will do the coefficients of the determinations using this formula. So after this is done to find out how much variable x has the contributions or take part in determining variable y. After get the result data from the help SPS programs, I will search the R quadrats by manual. So I think that's all enough. Thank you for listening my presentations. I think that's all enough. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.